everyone, today our wing, this brand new police series just dropped on Netflix called Hounds, and this series, it is kind of like a crime thriller slash mystery thriller, and I thought this show, especially the episode 1, is kind of give you this kind of like haunted feel, but this series, it isn't a haunted horror series, it is a I guess a mystery thriller. So in this series you see Nicholas, he's very successful writer, like he wrote this like a book, and that book is quite successful, but when he comes back to this town where he is from to celebrate his dad's birthday, when he comes there with his wife, we see he has this tension with his father, like his father is like really mad at him and he's accusing him, his father, or something. Then later on in this series we see like his relationship with his dad is really bad, so he decided to go back where he came from, I guess. But on the way to going back to the city, he basically on the way he witnessed this like horrible murder on the road with his wife. After that, I guess in this show we see we see like this murder investigation is happening, and this show takes place in this town. His dad is also involved in this like some protest and stuff, and this show we see in the backsplash scene like his mother, and he had this girlfriend, like his first girlfriend, who got murdered in this. And for her murder, we see in the show that like her brother was convicted and he was in jail, and he was drawing all this picture. Then we see later on, we find more about like what happened to Nicholas and why he's acting this way. And also we see in this show like someone is blackmailing him. So there's a more to it what it seems. So I thought overall, honestly, this show's first episode is actually quite good. As I was saying, it does have this haunted feels to it. Like when you watch it, you're like, whoa, is this ghost or what? But as this show goes on, overall this series, like especially the way it ends, like what Nicholas, his character was about, I would say it was okay, honestly. Like as the show goes on, when the mystery revealed to the audience, for some reason this show really loses its magic. Especially in the first episode, it was so promising, episode 1, but as it goes on, for me, I feel like the show lost its magic. Although overall it isn't bad, especially all the acting is really good in this show. However, end of the show, I guess the characters are not that good. They're not like a good people, you know what I mean? Although the show does starts with, I'll be giving a little spoiler, I guess. If you've not seen it, spoiler warning. It's not a huge spoiler, I guess. Little bit spoiler is this. You start the show with the Nicholas. He seems like a good guy, and he's like bought this present to his father and everything. I really thought he will be a good guy, you know? But he isn't. Like his character is really corrupted, which really bothered me. But this is the point of the show, I suppose. That's how they are. Like once this show reveal all the secret, and especially these people really U-turn and they become this evil people. You know, they do commit all this evil crime in the show. I was like, wow. So none of these characters are good. Like that's how it's supposed to be. But overall, the show still, it was quite interesting until you know more about the character. You really feel invested in this, you know. You feel like you're watching very interesting thing happening. Although end of the day, the way it ended and everything, it is like, I mean, it's not predictable by any mean. As I was saying, because the show started with Nicholas is a successful writer, and I guess the show started with him being a good guy, and the dad looked like he's a bad guy, maybe the dad. But I guess end of the day, dad was not as bad as Nicholas, you know. The dad was just protecting his kid, although this family was really messed up, I must say. End of it, I was thinking about how messed up they are. But overall, the show really looked good. The location is good. The production, what I like, it moves really good. Honestly, overall, it was interesting watch. I just did not like all these people in this, you know. Yeah, I was really disappointed, like, especially in Nicholas. Then again, we didn't know. As we know more about him, we know more about him, I guess. But overall, still was quite interesting. Like, the show was very interestingly done, that I felt invested to know like what is gonna happen next. So yeah, overall I did like it, I guess. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this series. If you enjoyed this review, don't watch other reviews on other show. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.